it's Kate and I am the maker behind My Crochet Corner UK, a small crochet business here in the UK that makes plushies, creates patterns, sells on Etsy, goes to markets, makes other crochet goodies like safety eyes and stitch markers and Ami sticks. I am the owner of this little small business. If you've not met me before, welcome, I am Kate. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm really pleased that you could join us today. So, I'm actually filming a slightly different video for me today. This is a video that I've actually wanted to film for a little while but haven't kind of gotten around to doing, and I was kind of forced to do it this time. So this is not quite a weekly makes video like other crocheters make, because I don't crochet full-time. I am a full-time trainee teacher, and so I don't have the time to be spending crocheting all of my life as much as I would like to. But this is a more what I've made recently kind of crochet video. Yeah, this is a really brilliant. I love watching these videos because I get to share and see what other crocheters have been making recently, and I find new patterns and I get ideas for patterns I already have. So I really love watching these videos, and I am quite excited to be filming one today. But the reason I'm filming this video today is because the video that was supposed to go up today, I accidentally filmed in slow motion on my camera, and therefore it didn't record any sound, so I had no video to send to Jenna, my editor. So I'm filming this video as a bit of a backup, but if you like this video, please let me know, because firstly, if you guys follow me or have been subscribed, you know that I'm trying to upload every other week, every other Monday. That's mainly for my own sanity purposes. But I have been considering uploading every other week, but then on the weeks when I'm not uploading, actually filming a this week's makes kind of video to upload, so that would be a video every week. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. Let me know what you think of this video in general. But I'm just going to get to it because I don't want to chat for ages, because I need to edit this video to upload it. So, I hope you're appreciating the yarn wall behind me. It's a little bit of a mess, but I'm hoping you can't really tell that too much. And you can see some of my plushies that I've made in the past as well. So I have a huge pile here of plushies I've made recently, and I'm just going to get into it and share them with you. So, if you ever see me looking down, I have notes about the patterns on my phone so that I can tell you all about them. The first pattern I would like to show you, the first plushie I would like to show you, this is the Drift the Octopus pattern by the Crochet Carpenter. If you are in the crochet community, you absolutely know who Aaron the Crochet Carpenter is. He makes those really brilliant plushies. I think he calls them like the Stitchkins, where you can put your finger in them and they're finger puppets and they can move. And this pattern can actually be one of those. I made the plushie version, but you could absolutely make this into a little finger puppet as well. So I chose to make the Drift the Octopus in blanket yarn. This is the Yarn Smith's Snug as a Bug blanket yarn. I think this is the printed one. It's variegated. So I've made one in their variegated blue. I made one in the variegated rainbow. And I made a third in the variegated orange. And I made them in blanket yarn just so they would be nice and big and snuggly and soft. So, as you can see, this pattern is completely no-sew. You start with the head and you make it all the way down. I've chosen to use safety eyes in mine. So you make that and you leave a front loop here. And then you go back and you crochet in the tentacles, and they are really easy. Tentacles all made in the round. Body is closed at the bottom. And they naturally make this really nice curled kind of bouncy effect just in the way that they're made. This is an absolutely brilliant pattern. I love it, and it doesn't take me very long. And I actually have been making this pattern. Like, if we go out of the house, I just quickly throw in a ball of yarn and my hook, and I just sit and make one of these, because you can get pretty much to the end of making it without closing it, so you don't need any stuffing, you don't need to take the eyes. You can literally make the entire project and then just add those final bits before you close. So yeah, I've been loving this pattern. I'm really hoping it's going to sell well at markets. I don't think I've put it on Etsy yet, but I am planning to put these on Etsy as well. So absolutely in love with this pattern, and will 100% be making more of these. The next plushie that I have made recently is one that I was absolutely desperate to make when I saw everyone else making them. This is Baby Demi pattern by Just a Mum Crocheting. It's a Demigorgon from Stranger Things. Now, I have never seen Stranger Things. I know. I definitely need to watch it, but I couldn't not make one of these when everyone else is making them, and it just looks so cute. Like, look at that little body. So I made this with the Woolens Bunny Baby yarn, and that is the chenille that I use most often for my projects. All of this yarn here is Woolens Bunny Baby that you can see in these 4 cubby holes, and a lot of the projects up on this shelf are made from Woolens Bunny Baby. I love this chenille so much. I buy mine from a company called Sew It Crafting. They are brilliant. They have all like 90 plus of the shades of the Woolens yarns, and yeah, they're a brilliant company, so definitely I really recommend using them. And you know, firstly, Woolens, if you would like to sponsor me, hit me up, because I am a lover of your yarn. But secondly, Sew It, if you would like to collab in some way, absolutely hit me up, because I love your yarn and I love your company and I think you're brilliant. So yeah, please go and support Sew It Crafting and Woolens Bunny Baby. But back to this pattern. This pattern is so super cute. I can't remember if she makes them like this, but I know that I definitely crocheted in the arms and legs, and all I had to sew on was the head. And this actual, like, the flower face part is also like crocheted in to the head, which I think is really clever. And it would be a really great way to make like a flower baby. So you could definitely, and I've thought about doing this, you could definitely modify this pattern to be just a flower baby. So I would probably do the body in green, and then maybe yellow petals for sunflower with a big black middle. I think you could have a really cute little sunflower baby. Would be really sweet as well. But yeah, this pattern took a little bit longer than I was expecting to, especially considering the size, but I think it's just because it's got a few little fiddly parts in it, and obviously the sewing of the head to the body. But I definitely think this is a really cute make, and I am going to make a few more to take to my markets. So the next pattern I have to show you, I actually made when I was in a bit of a crochet funk. I had a bit of bad crochet mojo. I just didn't want to crochet. I was exhausted. And so I thought, you know what do I want to make? And the thing that came to mind was a version of my guinea pig Hicks. And if you have watched my videos before, you will have seen Hicks. He is my everything. I love him to pieces. What I didn't expect was this crochet version of him to come out almost identical in size. But I loved making this and putting the different crochet colour changes in so that it looks like him as much as possible. And obviously this isn't, the colour changes for Hicks aren't in the written pattern. I had to make them up. But this pattern is by Daisuke Crochet. Again, I used Woolens Bunny Baby yarn from Sew It Craft. And yeah, I absolutely love this little pattern. The body is made from the nose to the bum. The little arms are crocheted in, and so are the legs. And then the legs are just kind of tacked down so that they sit underneath the body. And then the ears are crocheted on afterwards. I think it's so cute. Hicks actually really dislikes this plushie. He's like, Mum, why is there a double of me? So he doesn't actually go near the plushie, but I think it's really cute. And yeah, definitely bigger than I was expecting. I was kind of hoping for a little guinea pig pattern, but I'm glad to have a version of my baby in crochet form. So the next pattern I have to show you, I actually made as part of a crochet along. I think it was the spring one, but I can't remember. This is the Dorito the Duck Snuggler pattern by Crochet by Beck, and isn't it so cute? I love this pattern so much. I made it with, again, Yarnsmith Snug as a Bug blanket yarn, some of my favourite blanket yarn. And yeah, I remember this being super easy to make. So the beak is actually crocheted in to the head, or it's like, I think it's surface crocheted onto the head. And then the head is actually crocheted into the body, and the legs are surface crocheted on as well. The wings are crocheted in. The tail is kind of just like made as you go. It's really clever. It works up super quickly. I've been really getting into making snugglers more recently. I really love them. I just think they're so cute. Having said that, I made this one in a bit of a rush because I was making it for the cow, and I put safety eyes in it, and I don't normally put safety eyes in my snugglers. I normally embroider the eyes for health and safety purposes, like they're for babies, they're for young children. I don't want the eyes on them. So I am debating trying to harvest these eyes back out so that I can stitch his eyes. And if when I make duck snugglers in the future, they will be made with embroidered eyes and not safety eyes. But I'm really loving this pattern, and I'm quite excited because I can definitely see me making a mallard version of this and kind of adapting the pattern as well. This is a really sweet little pattern. It comes out a really nice size, works up really quickly. It took me less than an hour to make, and I just think it's super cute. So once I fix the eyes, this will 100% be a listing on my Etsy, because how adorable is it? Okay, the next pattern I'm actually really in love with, and I am 100% making another one ASAP. And I actually got this pattern for free because I helped name the pattern. So this is Bubbles the Hippo by Punny Human Crafts. I think that's how you say it, not Puny Human Crafts. I think it's Punny Human Crafts. And this is her Bubbles the Hippo pattern. So when she posted the tester call for this pattern, I applied and I didn't get picked. But then she said she didn't have a name for it, and that whoever picked the name, or like suggested a name that she then ended up picking, would receive this pattern and another pattern of their choice for free. And I suggested Bubbles, and she picked Bubbles, so I received this pattern, and also I picked her miniature horse pattern as well, which I've not actually made yet, but I'm definitely going to after how brilliantly this pattern was written. And I picked Bubbles because this is a little ballerina hippo, and as a dancer myself, I think this is so adorable in its little tutu and its little bow. And I was like, what is hippo-y but also dancey? And to me, Bubbles was like water, like hippo, but Bubbles is quite dainty and yeah, elegant. So Bubbles to me was perfect, and clearly she thought so too. So again, I used Woolen's Bunny Baby, and I've used the dark grey colour and the really light pink colour on this version of Bubbles. I think it's super cute. So you make the head and you make the body. So the body is made crocheting the two legs together, and from memory and having a look, it looks like the arms are crocheted into the body as well. And then the tutu is surface crocheted onto the body. The head is sewn on, and then the ears are sewn onto the head, and the bow is sewn on top. So there is quite a bit of sewing in this pattern, but it's not all sewing. And it comes out a really nice solid size, and it's just so cute. I really want to make one in a light grey colour with yellow, and I also want to make a boy version, like in a bow tie. I think that would be really cute. So yeah, absolutely in love with this Bubbles the Hippo pattern, and will 100% be making more of these in the future. Okay, next I have a pattern that has only just come out, and I saw it online, I saw it on Instagram, and I applied and I didn't get picked for the test, and then I saw it on loads and loads of people's Instagrams and YouTubes, and I was like, I need this pattern. I literally could think of nothing else. Sometimes I put myself on a little bit of a pattern buying ban because I have so many patterns that I've not made, and so I put them in my basket, and then I wait with them in my basket until I'm ready to buy them, or I put them in my save for later. But this pattern I could not pass up. I could not stop thinking about it, and so I went, you know what, I need to make it. I can't make anything else until I've made this pattern. So this is the new Sleeping Dragon pattern by Nooks Hooks, and I think it is absolutely adorable. So this pattern, believe it or not, is completely no-sew. I think it's absolutely brilliant. You make the body from the snout down. The wings are made separately, but then they are crocheted in as you surface crochet the spine. And I just think that this pattern is absolutely adorable. Of course, I had to make it in pink first because this is my favourite colour, but these I can just see doing really well at my markets, and so I will 100% be making more of these sleeping dragons in other colours. And I'm actually going to look up like famous dragons. So like I've seen someone make a haiku version of this. I saw someone make, is it Spyro the dragon? You could definitely make ones based on those books. I can't remember what they're called now. But yeah, I will 100% be making lots of these dragons because dragons do really well at my markets, and I sell my little dragons, but I think these will be a nice step up in dragon size. This is a brilliant pattern. It's so well written. It didn't take me long at all. Literally worked up in less than an hour. I can't wait to make more of them, and there are no safety eyes because there's embroidered little sleepy eyes. So I think this is absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to make more of them. Okay, the next project I have to show you is actually not fully finished, but I want to show you it anyway. I have been making the All From Jade animals on swings patterns. So far I've made 3. This one is actually finished. I've made 3. So I've made a frog on a swing. I've actually made 2 frogs on swings. And then I've made a mallard on a swing as well. And I think these patterns are super cute, and I think they'll sell really well at my markets. The only thing I actually haven't done on these is sew the ends in on the swing, so it won't take me very long to finish those off. But these patterns are absolutely brilliant. So first off, the actual animals that are on the swings are brilliant as their own patterns. Like, you could use them as their own patterns without making the swings, and I think they would sell absolutely brilliantly. And then you spend 2 minutes, not even that, making the swing, and it's just even better. So you make the full animal, and then you make the swing, and you kind of like comes through and it holds on itself. I think you can see it there, holds on to the swing. And they're just so cute, and it's so clever the way they're made that they just sit there and they just swing. I think they're so cute. I'm so excited to bring these to my markets, and I cannot wait to make the other animals because she has like 8 in the bundle. I'm really excited to make all of them and put them on different swings. So for these I again used the Woolens Bunny Baby. I just think they're so cute. And if you haven't got this bundle pattern, what are you doing? You need to get it, because I think these are going to be a real hit at markets. So the next pattern I have to show you is actually another pattern that I've had in my make list for ages, and this is the Denver the Dino pattern by Vale's Enchanted Hook. First off, before we talk about Denver, I absolutely love Vale. I have been following their Instagram, their account, since about this time last year, maybe slightly earlier, and I helped test some of their very first patterns. My absolute favourite being the Ginny Giraffe pattern. I love that giraffe, and it's actually a free pattern over on their Instagram, so definitely go and check it out because it's a brilliantly written pattern. It comes out so cute, and it sold almost immediately at my market last year, and I've been meaning to make another one, and I absolutely will be for this market season. So of course when I saw Denver I had to make him. And here he is. He is so super cute. How adorable. So Denver is made using Woolen's Bunny Baby again. I've used this kind of lime greeny shade with this more electric blue for his spikes and the white toe bean claws. And then his eyes are sinker eyes, and I actually think, yeah, this is the first project today that's got the sinker eyes in. These I hand paint myself and sell on my on my Etsy. And these eyes specifically are like a bluey teal shifting glitter, if you can see there. And I think these are a size 30mm if I remember correctly. And I think they are so super cute. Just make him look adorable. Like, I love the glitter eyes so much. I think they're always beautiful on plushies. So Denver is a very high sew pattern. His head is sewn onto his body, his arms and his legs are sewn onto his body, and his tail is sewn onto his body, and then the spine is surface crocheted. So he is high sew, but he is adorable. And how could you not love him and want to make him and have him in your collection? Like, I think he's probably, I think he might be the cutest dinosaur pattern I have. And he's a really good size for someone to buy at a market but not be spending loads of money, because I appreciate that not everyone wants to spend loads of money at craft markets. And so I think he is the perfect size for the most adorable little dinosaur. Rawr. I definitely want to make another one of him in another colour. He's so cute. I just love him. Love him so much. Okay, next I actually have a project that I have made previously. So this is Ale Crochet's Booty Bee pattern, which she came out with in the summer of last year, and I was actually one of the testers for this pattern. And I believe that this is a free pattern of hers, but I might be wrong, but I think it's over on her YouTube as a free pattern. But yeah, I helped test this pattern back in, I want to say July or August or June, something like that, the summer of last year. And I made it, absolutely loved the pattern. It literally works up in like less than an hour. And it's sold at one of my Christmas markets. I really love this pattern, so I wanted to make another one. But this time I didn't turn him into a booty bee. I just left him with a normal booty. I'm sorry. I love the little booty details, but that's just not really my kind of thing at markets and the way I make my plushies. So I just wanted to make him a little sitting chubby bee, and I think he's really, really cute. I love his little face. So this is a no-sew pattern. It is made all in one. The arms and the legs and the wings are all crocheted in, and then the antenna surface crocheted afterwards. So it's a super quick and easy pattern, and it actually doesn't take up too much yarn at all. I was actually playing yarn chicken with the yellow, and I had more than enough left. So yeah, definitely check out this pattern because it's a really lovely free pattern, and it just makes the cutest little bumblebee. Okay, the next plushies I have to show you are almost like a set. And these are all by Beck Made Studios. And these are her little no or low sew Pokemon characters. And I've made 6 of them. Now, these don't come in a bundle. I bought all of them individually. I think you might be able to get them in a bundle, but I don't think you can get these ones in the bundle. So I bought them all individually. So the first one we have is the Pikachu, but she calls this the electric mouse pattern, obviously copyright issues. And this little guy is no sew. The ears are crocheted in, the tail is crocheted, and the only thing is that you just tack the tail up at the back. The little red cheeks are bobble stitches in the round. So yeah, this pattern. I bought these patterns, these little chunky Pokemons, because I make bigger Pokemon characters for my markets, but I wanted something that could almost go, I'm thinking of putting them in mystery boxes so that you don't know which Pokemon you're getting, and then you open it and you've got a Pokemon and you can collect them. So I wanted a small Pokemon character, and I thought this pattern was brilliant for that. I again used the Woolens Bunny Baby yarn, and they've come out this really decent kind of palm size. So that is the electric mouse. Then I made the fire lizard, which is obviously Charmander. Again, this one is no-sew. The colour changes for the belly patch happen in the pattern. The tail is crocheted in, and then it's just got a tacking stitch. The little fire detail is also crochet bobble. So he is completely no-sew. And then the other no-sew one is Snorlax, who is the sleepy bear, and again he is just all colour changes and bobbles, and he doesn't have safety eyes, he has embroidered face because he's Sleepy Snorlax. And then we have Bulbasaur, who is the grass toad, and this is, the body is completely no-sew, and then the little bulb is sewn on, but I actually think, yeah, from memory, I modified this pattern and I actually surface crocheted it on. So it is possible to make this no-sew. And then the little spots are embroidered. Then we have Squirtle, or the water turtle. And again, the body is made completely no-sew, and the tail is crocheted in. But then you have to sew the shell onto the back and then tack the tail around it. So this one is probably the one that has the most kind of sewing, but it's not a lot at all, and he comes out really, really cute as well. And then the final one I've made, oh actually this one might be no-sew. I think this one's no-sew. The final one I made is Eevee, and they call this the Happy Fox, and the ears are crocheted into the body. I'm pretty sure the tail is crocheted into the body and then tacked, and then you just do a surface crochet with a fluffy yarn to do her little neck frill. So I don't know if I can hold them all. So that is all of the Beck Made Studio little Pokemon that I made for my little mystery boxes, and I think they are super cute. These projects took me less than 30 minutes each to make. They're really quick. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to make a couple more. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe of making one more of each for the mystery boxes, and then maybe either picking one of these to be the kind of super rare one, or picking another Pokemon and just making one of those. But yeah, absolutely love that pattern as well. The next pattern I have to show you, I have actually been meaning to make for a year. I've actually been trying to make it for a year. This is the Graduation Bear by Primrose Fibre Studio, and I actually meant to make this this time last year for my graduation as a little gift to myself, because how cute is this little bear? It's so sweet. And I actually did make the bear, but that was before I realised about everything I know about crochet now, and it was awful. So I made the body of the bear and then I never finished it. And I had actually also made the top of the hat as well. So this is actually the original top of the hat. So again, this is Woolens Bunny Baby yarn. And the body of the bear is made totally in one. So the legs are crocheted into the body, and then into the head. The arms are sewn on to the side of the body. The nose and the snout is sewn on, and the ears are sewn on. And then the hat, the cap, actually has cardboard in it to kind of keep it sturdy and, you know, the square shape. And then if you can see, it has a surface crocheted kind of base to the hat, which is then sewn onto the head of the bear. And then the stole is crocheted and I've sewn it on so that it doesn't move. So this pattern is high sew and it took me a very long time to make. Multiple hours went into this bear pattern, but it is adorable, and I think definitely with a few modifications, now I've made it once, I definitely think I could make this a bit more of a quick project, and I would really like to be able to do that because I think this would sell really well on my Etsy as a kind of customizable graduation piece for people to buy for others. But right now as it stands, I can't be making multiple of these over and over again because I don't have the time. So I just need to work on a way to just modify the pattern slightly, or potentially find a different pattern that I can use. But I am in love with this bear. I did the embroidery on its nose and I think it's so good. It's like probably the best nose embroidery I've ever done. Yeah, I think this bear is really cute and it is a really lovely pattern. It's really well written. It just takes too long for me to be able to offer as a custom at the moment. So I'm going to keep looking into that, but I do love this bear and it's really nice to kind of finally have my graduation bear, even if it is nearly a year overdue. The next pattern I have to show you is a pattern that I, again, had on my to make list for ages and I was desperate to make it, so I finally bit the bullet and did it, and I love it. This is the Picasso pattern by the Crochet Zoologist. So this is like a pig painter, and he's Picasso, like Picasso the painter, in case you're wondering. And this pattern is adorable. I love it. Look how cute he is and how different and special and oh, just everything amazing. And he has a little curly pigtail as well at the back. And I just think he's so cute. So let me quickly talk you through him. So his head is made as one piece. His legs are crocheted into his body. And then his head is sewn onto the body. His arms are sewn onto the body. His trousers are part of the body. So these little kind of edge frills, they are surface crocheted, but the actual main bit of the trousers are part of the body, and the same with these paint splatter colour changes. The front of his outfit, his like dungarees, is kind of like a crochet flap, and then it has a chain strap at the back. His tail is crocheted, surface crocheted on. His ears are sewn on. His beret is sewn on, and then his paint palette is sewn on, and the paint splatters are surface crocheted. Oh, and his nose is sewn on as well. So another quite high sew pattern, but this dude is absolutely worth it. I think he's brilliant, and I just can tell that somebody is going to come to a market and just be like, oh my god, I need that dude. I again used my safety eyes. These are in my sapphire shade on my Etsy, and I think they're in a size 20mm from memory. So yeah, again, Woolens Bunny Baby yarn from Sew It Crafting. He is absolutely adorable. I love him to pieces. I think he's just such a special and different piece, and yeah, I love him so much. Can't wait to make him a friend actually. And the very final pattern I have to show you today is actually a pattern test that I am currently working on, which I'm pretty sure will be released by the time you're seeing this video, but if it's not, I will update the description box as soon as the pattern is released. This pattern is adorable. I was so excited when I got the message saying that I had been picked for this pattern test, because when I saw it on Instagram and in this person's YouTube video, I was like, oh my god, I need to make that immediately. And had I not been picked to test, I would have 100% bought this pattern at whatever price it was. I apologise if the camera has ever so slightly moved. I just had to change the battery. But what I was saying was, I would have paid whatever price was required for this pattern, because how adorable is this stacked chick keychain. I think it's so cute! Oh! So this doesn't have to be a keychain. The keychain part is completely optional. Obviously it's just crocheted in the top there. You could just have it as a stack chick, and I think that is still the most adorable plushie in the world. But do you know what makes this plushie even better and why I think it's so brilliant? These are like crocheted in one. So she makes the top chick and then it just transitions to the bottom chick, and it is no-sew. And it's adorable. How cute is that? And this pattern is by 50 Shades of Clay. I will have it linked down below. And yeah, I love this pattern so much that I have made 3 keychains. And I'm desperate to make more, and I don't even want to make any other crochet patterns. I literally just want to crochet these because they're really cute and they take me about 30 minutes to make, so I get that excited endorphin every 30 minutes. It's so cute, and obviously you can put the colours of the chicks whichever way around you want to put them, and I'm really excited. I want to make some kind of non-chick coloured ones, so I'd really like to make some pink and blue ones and some green ones and some purple, all of that. They're just adorable. So I made this one with Woolen's Bunny Baby yarn and 10mm eyes, and I made these two with James Seabrett Flutterbee chunky chenille yarn, which I would say is a skinny chenille yarn, and I used a 4mm hook with 8mm eyes. So that's why their faces are a little bit different and they look slightly different. I just love this pattern. I think this is going to do really well at markets. Who doesn't want an adorable little crochet duck? Stacked duck keychain. I know I do. So yeah, like I said, I will be putting the link to this in the description box as soon as I have it. All of these patterns will be linked in the description box. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit different, but if you did, please give a thumbs up and please comment, because that really helps me out. And I love to know you guys and meet you guys in the comments. So let me know what you were working on. Let me know if you have any video suggestions, any thoughts, anything at all, just let me know. Sorry it was a bit of a different video, but I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time. Bye!